For it, wait for it, wait for it. We are now live. And when I say we are now live, it's just me. Currently, it's just me. We'll see if anyone else joins me here on the Slam Jam Wrestling Show. But my name is David Pstansky. Hopefully, there'll be someone to chat some wrestling with me in a moment. We'll see who makes it. If not, I'll give my lowdown and dominate this show today. Now, let's hit the intro credits.
We're locked in the cage, it's the Slam Jam Show. We're dynamite, you better feel alive. We're better than you, and you know it. Yeah. If you don't like it, we got two words for you. Slam Jam, Slam Jam. Feel the power, feel the roar. Slam Jam, it's the smackdown you've been waiting. You can't see us, Chico, you'll be serving hot time. Ooh, yeah. Slam jamming, that's the bottom line. Slam jam. Now it's a Slam Jam Wrestling Show. We're life for life, felt good, it's the big show. You got no chance with Gorillas Booking. That's the risk, that's the worst. If you spell what we're cooking, it's a Slam Jam Wrestling Show. The champion's here. Snap into a Slam Jam. The Slam Jam Show. Yeah, yo. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know. It's the Slam Jam Show. Read a blast. One big ass. It's the Slam Jam Marathon. Show of you. Yeah.
Okay, so hello and welcome to the Slam Jam Championship Wrestling Show. My name is David Pstansky. So there's lots of interesting things happening in the world of professional wrestling, and I'm just going to go through some of the headlines. I'll bring up some stuff on the screen and give you my reaction to it. Now, the first thing that's caught my attention here is there's a headline on Wrestling Observer. Here comes Dev. Here comes Dev. Thought you were going to leave me hanging there, Dev. Thought you were going to leave me hanging there, Dev. Right. Hello, Dev. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I am good. We are live. We are live, by the way. Time was slightly getting away. I was, for a minute here, I was desperate for the hot tag. And you saved me. But I was like, I'm ready to go. We're going.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I'm going to show you this straight away because we can get our take on this. Kenny Omega has been doing motion capture work for Street Fighter 6 video game.
Yes.
How gutted must he be that he is not in this movie? Like,
I feel like they're going to try and sneak in the cameo, which will get WWE in trouble.
it will get WWE in trouble. Where, you know, this, if that feels like that's the reason why this hasn't happened. Whoever's got the better agent than Kenny Omega, Roman Reigns, you know, The Rock's influence.
It's funny because
yeah, go on.
Kenny Omega is really heavily involved in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he has been for years. Like I've got I think it's a Young Bucks or whoever it is, or Adam Page cross Street Fighter T-shirt. I've got a couple of like old AEW versus crossover with Street Fighter T-shirts, and the Young Bucks and Kenny were obviously dressed as Street Fighter characters, but somehow WWE now have action figures where you can get the Ultimate Warrior as Blanca, The Rock as Bison, and Cody and Roman are now in the movie, whilst Kenny Omega is apparently playing Alex. And he says here, incredibly happy to announce that I've done some mocap work as Alex in Street Fighter 6. Can't wait for you all to see more. He is my favourite character in Street Fighter. I'll be honest, I can't even think who Alex in Street Fighter is.
Have you seen he's the Hulk Hogan. He's based on Hulk Hogan. He's in Street Fighter 3. And if you pair him against Hugo, who's based on Andre the Giant, they did the WrestleMania 3 pose.
That's great. Now, as soon as I see it, I remember who Alex is. Like, for some reason, after Street Fighter 2, for the life of me, I can never retain the names of almost any of the Street Fighter characters in my head.
Actually, if you watch the trailer for Alex, it's really heavily wrestling based.
What trailer for Alex though? For Street Fighter 6?
The Street Fighter 6.
Okay, I'll bring it up. So this is the Geek Battle show. No, but okay, so Kenny Omega is playing him, so it counts. So yes. Street Fighter 6 Alex trailer. Hopefully this won't get me into trouble like sharing that clip of the Flash did yesterday, which did get me into trouble. So let's bring this up. I don't know what the music's going to be, so
we forgot the shield, if anything.
It's video game stuff, so it shouldn't. Like generally, video game footage doesn't do that. Okay. Let's just see what the
Besides, I'm used to being.
I can't risk that music. I don't know what the music is.
I can't help but thinking. It seemed like a lifetime ago that I was spending my time fighting in the streets.
Street Fighter.
All right, sure.
Round one. Fight.
I can hear it, but like the video is not really like black.
I think it's streaming. It's a shame if you can't see it. It looks like it's streaming okay. Powerbomb. To be honest, I feel like I've seen enough. Right.
The last 30 seconds is really relevant.
Okay. Let's go to the last
wrestling. The last 30 seconds is like really important to like.
Oh my god, it's not loading now.
Kenny Omega.
What did he do? A one-winged angel.
He does the goodbye and good night, the V trigger, then the one-winged angel.
Oh, okay. Let's try to get this loading again. Let's refresh the page because I stopped. Oh, now it's coming.
This is my job.
Go! Arrest! Over the limit! Say your prayers!
Oh my god. Yeah, that's cool. That is very cool.
Yeah.
No, wow. He must be so thrilled with that.
Yeah, they give it to him as a thank you for doing it, because prior to this as well, for this season's of DLC, Kenny Omega dressed up as all the characters.
Yes.
And did like live action promos for them.
Yeah, like okay, let's bring that up actually. Kenny Omega Street Fighter. I'll just leave it there.
If you just pull up the images, it should like be enough. The videos are like too long.
Oh yeah. Not the videos. Here we go. Here's the immortal one. You know which one it's going to be. Boom. But no, they're great.
Yeah. He's been working with them since Street Fighter 5. Ironically, when he was playing Cody.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that is alright. Do you know what I don't get though is, look, AEW had this brand deal waiting there. They could have got these guys. Like, obviously, none of them could have played those characters. But you'd have thought they'd have got some role in the actual movie. Something.
Yeah.
You know.
I know Hikaru Shida cosplayed Chun-Li as well, so.
Okay. Yeah, so that's one of that's our leading headline here for Slam Jam. But what I was gonna say is bigger news is well, there's actually quite a lot of interesting news this week. Lots of bits and pieces. Is AJ Styles actually retiring in like 2 weeks' time? Because apparently his contract is over in 11 days. I'll give you my very quick thought on this. I don't think he is retiring. I think he's beating Gunther. Because Gunther loses very, very rarely, I can't imagine going back a few months when they announced AJ's retirement and said it would be in 2026, that it was just literally going to be 2 weeks into 2026.
The annoying thing is, I don't think he's going to retire, but he is going to lose the I Quit match at the Royal Rumble.
But isn't that his career is on the line?
His WWE career is on the line.
Why would he go to AEW?
Because AMC want him.
Sorry, because AMC?
Yeah.
Do you mean TNA would want him?
Yeah, the AMC is probably the channel that TNA is currently on.
Yeah, but I said AEW, right? So you think he's going to TNA?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's the only thing I can think of. Like, he's not going to retire. He's going to quit WWE and then do a few months in the TNA, then come back. Possibly for Mania, for the Hall of Fame or whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can imagine him coming back to the Hall of Fame. I can't imagine... Well, if he went to TNA, I could see him working in TNA. Maybe there's going to be some screwy finish where they sort of force AJ out and it forces him into TNA. And then the whole time he's protesting, and then later on there's some way where they can bring him back by announcing, well, that shouldn't have ever happened.
He wins a Feast of Fire match in TNA and he uses the WWE contract.
Yeah, but that just doesn't make sense. I mean, there's been a lot of things that don't make sense in wrestling, but so I guess they could do that.
The perfect way to do this would actually be have Kazarian interfere in the Gunther match and help Gunther beat AJ, leading him to go to TNA.
That would be interesting. But, okay, so Frankie Kazarian turns up at the Royal Rumble and everyone's like, there's some fan jumped out of the crowd. They wouldn't know who he is. One of the funniest stories that isn't really funny is Frankie Kazarian when he was in WWE. And the reason he quit is he spoke to the writers about, hey, I've got this idea. And they were like, they didn't know who he was. And he realised that he doesn't need to be there.
Did you hear also one big bit of news that came out? It was one of the TNA knockouts. I don't know. I can't remember the name. Has said, okay, so I need to do this. Allegedly, that Laurinaitis refused to hire her, because she had a boyfriend at the time in the company.
Wow. Do you know who this was?
Let me double check. It was one of the TNA knockouts. Either it was one of the beautiful people.
One of the beautiful... Oh, okay. Oh my god, I can't remember who the beautiful people are. That's gonna... My god, what are their names? Beautiful...
Velvet Sky and Angelina Love.
Yeah, was it Velvet Sky?
Yeah, it was Velvet Sky, yes.
Wow. I mean, there's so many things that's going to come out in the years to come. It's a massive shame that there's nastiness happens and people get away with it, and then it's a shame that it taints it for looking back on historical stuff, and it's also a shame if people don't get a shot in a company because of bullshit like this. But still, the beautiful people are legendary. Are they in the TNA Hall of Fame yet?
Yes.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
They were inducted by Tommy Dreamer.
Inducted by Tommy Dreamer. Okay, cool. Well, Tommy Dreamer was even cancelled at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Everyone's been cancelled at some point in wrestling. Apparently, Hangman Adam Page is cancelled this week because there's a photo of him with Marty Scurll, who I haven't thought about in years, but then he got mentioned on the show last week.
Yeah.
So everyone gets cancelled at some point. Speaking of people, no, go ahead.
My thought on this, and I will say this: people blaming Hangman for Skull posting the photo saying he shouldn't have been with him in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he posted the photo, scolded.
Yeah.
So why is everyone jumping on Hangman?
Oh, hang on. Yeah, but no. Why? But is it a new photo though? Is that the idea?
Apparently, yeah.
Well, that's just like I can't. I can't think. I'm going to use names which probably get me cancelled, but it'd be like Tom Hanks is really cross that Bill Clinton posts a photo of them together on Epstein Island. It's like you're not meant to be there in the first place. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
But no, like I know that's a dodgy situation, which I know is a complicated one. But speaking of dodgy situations, Tommaso Ciampa is leaving WWE, and I'm so happy about this because I can't stand him. I never could. What's your take on this?
I mean,
he's announced
he is leaving. Too old. He is like his body probably can't handle the amount of like stuff that he has to do compared to Gargano, who's
how old
both
is
younger
Ciampa?
and less. Pretty old, and like he's really injury prone as well. Remember?
Yeah,
he's very injury prone.
True. Okay, if I look this up, wait, he's the same age as me, Dev. Oh my god, he's the same age as me. What are you saying?
He looks so old. I don't understand why he looks so old. Then.
Yeah.
Is it the beard?
Oh well, it's the beard. It's going to be the lifestyle of taking bumps, late nights, flights, all this kind of thing. What the hell Wikipedia am I on? This isn't in English at all. How the hell did that happen? What month is that?
May. Maggio.
Yeah, okay. Wow, I clicked on the wrong one. So let's see how it is. Okay.
You're an Italian.
He's a few weeks older than me. He
looks so old.
He does. Well, we've seen that photo of him. Do you remember when he had that chin injury and he had to shave his beard?
Yeah. I mean, look at DDP, right? He looks older than DDP, who's like 75.
Yeah. No, this is just unbelievable. Do you remember Steptoe and Son? Do you remember that sitcom?
Yes.
Right, he literally looks like the father he looks like Albert Steptoe.
Jesus, yeah.
He really does. Let's bring up this comparison. Albert Steptoe. Oh my god, it's unreal how much he looks like him. Right.
Speaking of unreal.
Hang on. Yeah, we'll speak on Unreal in a second. Just look at this face.
Yeah.
And look at this. It is literally the same guy.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, speaking of Unreal.
Okay, so I want to bring up the very first thing. There's a part of Unreal where Io Sky jumps into Triple H's arms.
Right.
And wraps her legs around him, right?
Yeah.
And that's very relevant because for some funny reason, I don't know if it's like coincidental or not. I said like 30 seconds after I saw that, I saw a news article saying Evo was signed with WWE.
So, sorry, say this again. This is what?
So, 30 seconds after I saw that video, picture of Io Sky hugging Triple H.
Yeah.
I scrolled a bit further down and saw Evo has signed with WWE.
Right. What's the significance?
Because he's married to Io Sky. So I was joking that he saw the picture and immediately signed to the company.
Yeah, I find that incredible. So he's in New Japan Pro Wrestling, or I guess has been until now.
Yes.
And he's married to Io. And how did that marriage work? They're in two different sides of the planet.
I have no idea, but recently there's been a lot of wrestling marriages.
In different countries.
Japan. Yeah. Like, Takeshita is married to Sakazaki.
Oh, wow.
The genie girl.
Yeah.
And, I forgot his name. One of the Los Ingobernables, or whatever they're called.
Yeah, Ingobernables.
Is married to Natsupoi from Stardom.
Okay, but at least they're both in Japan, right?
Yeah.
So that's something. But it's like, where's your wife? She's in America, and he's in Japan. Yeah. This may have opened a door. I wonder how long they've been married. Let's look this up actually. EO Sky. EO Sky. Right. Let's see. Married, family. What? EO Sky is married to Evil.
Yeah.
Let's go scroll down to personal. She isn't putting it on a Wikipedia page. Right, okay, let's have a look here. Are you sure? Previously in a relationship. So it doesn't say it. Has an older sister. Oh, I can't find it. I'm not saying it's not true, but I can't see it on a Wikipedia page. Let's go on to Evil. New Japan Pro Wrestling Evil. Let's see. Say Evil Wrestler. Does he have a personal life according to Wikipedia? Personal life. Is he? Oh, he's engaged. He's engaged. He's engaged. Okay, so we'll see how long they last. Now, like that might have been.
The news article was from just before COVID, so they've been together for a while.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, they might be married now because again, it's Wikipedia.
Yeah.
But yeah, so WWE Unreal. I haven't watched a whole episode of it, but I'm seeing all these clips of like various things about how LA Knight's been buried, of Road Dogg just making a fool out of himself again and again.
The weird theory I'm hearing is WWE Unreal isn't a real documentary.
Of course it is
Spinal Tap.
Yeah. No, I think it's
Spinal Tap.
God, say it. Sorry, I keep talking over you.
Yeah, this is. You remember the show? The movie. It's a Spinal Tap.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
it's like that. It's a mockumentary.
Yeah, I don't think it's real at all.
Because Road Dogg can't do what he does, and still have a job, regardless of who his friends are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. But when there's this clip that I saw where he's like, "Oh, we should put the belt on Chelsea Green," and he's like, "Well, who does he work with?" He's like, "Well, I don't know." It's like, wait, you can't name a single person as an opponent for her, right?
Yeah.
And then the interesting thing with LA Knight was that I watched a clip of it was with Seth, and when they did the injury,
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, the injury angle.
Yeah.
And Seth saying like, "Why do we need to let LA Knight?" I'd heard someone in the ring, which is fair enough.
Kitchen Nightmares.
Gordon Ramsay.
Where they'll film a lot of stuff and edit it to look worse than it is.
Yeah, I agree.
You have Triple H being painted as a new Vince, where he makes bad decisions on purpose. He hates the fans. He likes to piss them off, and he's being character. And then there's Road Dogg, the bumbling stooge. What does that remind you of?
Well, yeah, it's Briscoe. Shame. Who's his Pat Patterson then? P.S.
Shawn
Hayes.
Michaels.
Oh, Shawn Michaels. Yeah, of course it would be. Yeah.
And then there's Shawn Michaels casting NXT as if it's a bloody casting couch.
Wait, what? But Michaels is married, right?
Yes, he is. But
from what I understand, Michaels slept with Vince, so I find that, according to Bret Hart.
Michaels slept with whoever he wanted.
Yeah, probably.
Except Bret Hart.
Except
that's why he's
Bret
mad.
Hart. Yeah, is
why he's mad.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I would be interested to watch some of the clips I've seen this time. I did not care about Unreal when they did the first season of it at all. The clips this time have caught my attention, but it's more that I'm very skeptical that any of it is to be believed.
You don't watch it. You want if you want serious backstage stuff. You watch Dark Side of the Ring.
No, I so don't like that show anymore.
Yeah, it's a bit grimdark and edgy now.
No, I think my problem with Dark Side of the Ring is partly because of the Ric Flair Tommy Dreamer stuff. Now, whether or not to modernise those guys should have been cancelled or anything, I think it was Rob Van Dam sort of came out and saying that I wouldn't have taken part if I knew that they were going to literally try to ruin people with it, and that the way things were said weren't the way he said them. And so, like, again, if people did bad stuff, then then they should be accountable for it. But the sense I got was they were trying to create drama and become part of the story. Now, on the flip side of it, I think with the Brian Pillman episode, they got Brian Pillman Jr. So whatever his name is, what the hell is Brian Pillman Jr. called?
Lexus King.
Lexus King. And they sort of reunited him with his mother, who I think has now since passed away, right? And they were like, oh, they became estranged, but then they sort of reunited them. With Benoit's son, they sort of connected Chris Benoit's son with Nancy. Jericho. Well, not Jericho, with Nancy's sister. And so it's like, so this is your aunt. And there was like a nice aspect to it where it was like, oh, wow, this is doing some good. But literally at the same time, they were becoming part of the story. And so then when it was on like the Flair Tommy Dreamer controversy and stuff like that, and it was like they were pushing things for the sake of drama, perhaps, where people weren't necessarily like talking about it, and it was opening like big old wounds where Tommy Dreamer, they put what he said, which got him cancelled and taken off of TNA or his radio show or whatever for a while, and then like people were coming to his defense saying that they manipulated what he said to make it more dramatic. So I don't know. I think they try to make things look as bad as they possibly can.
I mean, back in the day, everyone in the ECW was messed up in some way.
Well, yeah, exactly. Oh, like
Paul Heyman want to pay people.
Yeah.
And was it Taz or no? It was either Taz or Bubba Ray Dudley who had mafia relatives.
Mafia.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And
they were helping fund ECW at some point.
Wow, I don't remember hearing that. I mean,
during just before COVID, or like during the network era,
yeah.
they did the panel show called the Untold Story of ECW with Taz, Tommy Dreamer, Bubba Ray Dudley, and Paul Heyman.
Right.
And that's when they were talking about it.
Wow. Okay, but you know what? Like, it kind of makes sense. Like, I think the whole idea is Taz is Italian American in some way, right? Because this is the weird thing. I think we've said this on the show before. Like, and a lot of people thought, like, Taz, when you see him, people thought that, they were shocked to learn that his background is he's Italian American, just because he looks like he's
Samoan
or something. He's like a person of color. But it's just that he's got this incredible tan and look about it. So if he is Italian American, then maybe he's the mafioso connection. Who knows?
Yeah.
But like ECW, you know how they did the Von Erich movie?
Yeah.
Which again, my brain's frying on what that was called as well.
Iron Claw.
Yeah, Iron Claw. They could definitely do a movie about the making of ECW.
Not without everybody getting. So if they made a movie about ECW, everybody involved in ECW that's currently still alive would get arrested.
Well, probably, yeah, probably. Like, I don't know. Like that's a heck of a story. What else is going on in the world? There was a few other things that I saw.
Apparently, Luke. Hobbs got his new name.
Oh, I saw something about this. Can you remember what it was? It was like
Royce something.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Royce something. Let me just say, I think I saw this just before we began. Let me take a look, see if I've still got it open. Royce. No, I can't. Because obviously WWE have done some terrible renaming. Volta into Gunther, which I guess is just like swapping out a name. But JC Mateo and, well, a lot of them. I think Seth Rollins was always a stupid name. Rollins just
Tyler Black was worse.
Tyler Black? Why is that worse?
It's It's literally like a name and color.
A name.
Seth Rollins at least sounds like Henry Rollins, who's like a badass.
Rollins. It just sounds so stupid. Like Rollins.
Have you seen Henry Rollins though?
No, I don't think. If it was Rollins, but it's Rollins.
Yeah. If you look up Henry Rollins, who's like this rock guy, he looks like a badass.
Okay, Henry Rollins. And who is this guy?
He's like a big rock star back in the day.
Yeah.
The only reason I know him is because he was in Def Jam.
Okay.
Before the game.
Oh, well, the wrestling game.
Yeah.
Def Jam Vendetta.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that takes me back many years.
You know the story of Def Jam, right? How the game became a thing.
No, not at all.
So they wanted to make a WWE game.
Yeah.
They built the engine, and then lost the license.
Oh my god. Who made it?
So,
then?
Aki. The SmackDown
wow.
guys.
Wow. That would have been just after, like, that was such a weird time period where WWE games were made by Acclaim, WCW games were made by THQ, Aki, and what have you, and ECW games. Oh no, and ECW games weren't a thing. Acclaim lost the rights to WWE. So WCW lost the rights, went to EA, and so then THQ quickly got the WWE rights.
Yeah.
And then Acclaim were left with nothing and made an ECW game.
Yeah, I remember back. Yeah.
That was
Rules or something.
That was so the WCW ones. There was Backstage Assault. First there was WCW Mayhem, and then Backstage Assault.
And the NWO one as well.
No. So EA only made those two. The WCW versus NWO was the THQ one, like the precursor to No Mercy.
Huh.
It was such a weird time where you literally got the WCW versus the World, WCW NWO Revenge, and then the sequel to it was a WWE game, and then you got WWF Attitude. And this game, the interesting thing with it is it was meant to come out a couple of weeks after Owen Hart died, and Owen Hart was in the game as the Blue Blazer, and so they delayed the game by about from May or June to August, and they took out the Blue Blazer costume.
Yeah.
But then by Christmas, they lost the rights to the WWE games. So they only had a tiny amount of time for people to get WWF Attitude. And then a few months later, they released ECW Hardcore Revolution, which was basically just a character swap of WWF Attitude, because it played identical, and it only had one new mode of play where they said it was barbed wire ropes, which all it meant is that if you threw your opponent into the ropes, they wouldn't bounce back, they'd just get hurt. Like it was the most rubbishy excuse of a new game ever, because it was literally they just changed the character artwork.
Do you remember the Mortal Kombat style WWF game with live
100%.
bars and like fatalities and stuff?
Oh yeah, so that is my favourite WWF game of all time. And so there's two of them. The main one is WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. And I would love, and then they did a different company made the sequel. And whereas the first one was an arcade game, the second one was just PlayStation and Sega Saturn. And it was called WWF In Your House. And like the graphics on everything, the gameplay is so much worse because it wasn't made as an arcade game originally. But I would love more than anything for them to do a new game in that style where they literally film the wrestlers. And the thing that would be a shame is unless they actually found the original footage and they suddenly put Undertaker in it and Razor Ramon and stuff, upscaled with the old footage, you couldn't ever put classic wrestlers in it because you need to film them. But I just think, like, if they did it nowadays, it's a shame. Like, you could, Bray Wyatt there, the Fiend, would have been a perfect character for this game. But again, you shouldn't use someone as a lookalike under a mask. But you could have like an Uncle Howdy character in there. You could put a Mr. Iguana in there, just like crazy characters just to be pulling off wild moves.
Recently, they revealed a bunch of deleted content from that game, by the way.
Oh, really? What kind of stuff?
Adam Bomb was in the game.
Actually, I do know about that. Do you know he's the most unlucky wrestler when it comes to video games?
He got caught like 3 times.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We said about this before, perhaps. Yeah, he was going to be in the WCW game as Wrath, and he was cut there as well.
Yeah, and what like the other thing they found out was they were going to have legitimate fatalities in the game.
Wow, that's crazy.
But they cut them out for ratings reasons, and it's so funny because the bodies look like chicken drumsticks because they cut in half, so they look like holiday ham, like a cartoon ham and stuff. That's
crazy. Do you know what? Just saying a tiny bit more about Adam Bomb here. I don't know if he's like lucky or unlucky. Obviously, he's unlucky to be cut from video games, but also his action figure from back in the day is one of the very rarest. On this here, it says it's $495 just for this. It's crazy.
It's a green card variant.
Sorry?
Oh, it's a green card variant.
No, it was just a green card. Like that series, all of them that were on green cards. 1, 2, 3 Kid, Ludwig Borger. I don't think they ever came out in the UK.
Because was that 1, 2, 3 Kid one? The one where Owen Hart pranked him?
Was it Owen Hart pranked him?
Yes.
Okay,
Owen Hart shaves his eyebrows.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 Kid, green card. Yeah, let's bring this up because this is a great story. So there's the card, actually. It's the day of his photo shoot for this.
Yeah.
He shaved his eyebrows off for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
like the funny thing about that's meant to be X-Pac. He doesn't look anything like him at all. But the weirdest thing is that the way these old figures worked is that has got the same body that the Ric Flair figure had, which is also the same body as Ravishing Rick Rude. And you could not get 3 people with more different body types to one another.
Hey, this is like the Funko Pop of the 90s.
Well, yeah. Like, all of these were weird. I never thought about it, because I had all of these when I was young. I never thought about, like, why are their legs so small and stuff like this. I just completely accepted it. And then there's Ludwig Borger, who I think famously used to claim that he was a 5-time WWF champion, and then ran for some parliament in Norway or wherever he was from. I forget where he's from.
See, now I can segue into 2 things from here.
You go for it.
Because they revealed... Well, I'll do Ludwig first, actually. Like, there's footage of Ludwig Kaiser as Algona Marcano screaming at Vikingo to watch out for his neck.
Yeah. And then immediately...
And Vikingo is purposefully attacking his neck.
I don't know. Like, I know... Look, Vikingo is... I think he's going to end up getting fired within the next few months. Because he didn't get over at all for WWE. He didn't get... Like, he failed to continue to get over in AAA after the Alberto thing. And then they cheered Dominic over him.
Yep.
So...
The annoying thing is he did really well in AEW. Because he did before.
I didn't like him in AEW. I thought he had a good match with Omega when he first turned up, although he almost killed himself like on going through a table or something.
Yeah.
But I specifically remember when that was Tony Khan putting out... I think I tweeted back to Tony Khan at the time where his like dream match is happening. And I clicked on, who is this Vikingo? And he'd got like 2,000... At the time, he'd got like 2,000 or 4,000 followers. I was like, how is this a dream match? If you throw that term around a bit too much, it ends up meaning less.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have a dream match with someone who who's not really in anyone yet. Now, something I did see though, is there's a clip, I guess, from Raw or backstage at Raw or something, with not Kenny Omega, what am I saying, with Logan Paul and Paul Heyman. And something about, the big guy is going to be coming, you know, and Triple H isn't going to be happy. And so it really sounds like they were talking about Vince, which is just like, surely not, unless it means The Rock, because who else could it refer to? that Triple H
Nick
would.
Khan.
Nick Khan, is that it? Oh,
Nah.
that would be. I mean, it would make it could make sense, but like, why would Triple H not be happy about Nick Khan? It sounds like it, but then why would Logan Paul and Paul Heyman be the ones teasing about The Rock? You know, it's just interesting.
Probably because he's a true tribal chief or whatever they're going to call him.
But
the final tribal chief.
The final boss, the final tribal boss chief.
The final cat down Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it'll be interesting. Do you think I did see like a quote or something where someone had asked The Rock, "Are you gonna be at WrestleMania in Saudi or something like this?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm really excited to see what happens there," which was like the biggest non-answer imaginable. But it seems crazy. Oh, and apparently The Rock got snubbed for an Oscar nomination, which is a shame for him, because I don't think he's gonna get many roles where he'll even be considered that might be a possibility, truthfully.
The Smashing Machine was the closest he would have gotten.
Well, yeah, just because even if he did all of his emotional stuff there, it's not like there's many roles. And look how skinny he went for whatever he's got coming up soon.
Yeah,
I think that's a shame. Apparently, but okay, so getting back into Geek Battle territory. The Academy instead recognised Timothy Chalamet, Michael B. Jordan, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke, and Wagner Moura, I don't know who that is if I'm honest, in the top acting category, with The Rock's film only landing a nomination for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Oof. So that's a bit of a shame for him.
Yeah.
But I think... no, go ahead.
Wagner Moura was in Narcos. That's the only person I know him from. He was in Narcos.
Okay, I'm going to quickly look up who this guy is. I don't think I ever watched Narcos, rather. No, but like, I think, look, The Rock's daughter is still in NXT. And in NXT is where she's going to stay unless he gets more involved again. Because they will never have a reason to elevate her to the main roster to do anything.
The problem with Ava is, how can you possibly be related to The Rock and become basically become the poster child of anti-charisma? She has nothing.
Well, hang on. Do you remember David Flair?
I wish I didn't.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Very rarely... Well, do you know what? It probably happens, but she is an example of the absolute opposite to The Rock. Like, there's just... Yeah, and to be fair, she shouldn't have been put in the position to be an authority figure because she doesn't have it. It screams... Unless she was going to be a heel and it was the whole Nepo baby thing, then...
Yeah, that would have worked, but, like, she's trying to be a face, and, like... For example, they put her and Ariana Grace
Ariana Grande
side by side.
Yeah.
And Ariana Grace is also the daughter of a wrestler. It's Santino's daughter.
Yes, yeah. And
Ariana Grace is a carbon copy of Santino. And the Ava is the complete opposite of The Rock.
It's just a shame, like Mr. Perfect's son, Joe Hennig, who was Curtis Axel, and Michael McGillicuddy. He's still
not been eliminated from the Rumble.
It's true. Now the thing about him though is he was a decent wrestler, but he had no personality. But he was decent in the ring. I can't particularly fault him there. It just doesn't always happen where like the apple falls near the tree kind of thing.
The problem with Hennig is he wasn't bad, but everybody around him at the time was better.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
His start of NXT was amazing. So he felt like the weakest one of the class.
Oh wow, okay. But no, well, when you look at like Cody Rhodes, like the very first time I remember seeing Cody Rhodes was when him and Dustin inducted Dusty into the Hall of Fame. And he was really good on the mic when he gave his like speech. I was like, oh wow, like they're gearing him up because he gave more of that speech, I think, than Goldust did, right? And then for years, it didn't feel like anything was going to happen for Cody, but obviously he became undeniable.
So the rumor is, and based on what he said to me, and I don't know how much I was exaggerating. When he first started, they were holding him. They were limiting what he would say. Like they wouldn't let him talk as much as he wanted. The only one who gave him a chance was Undertaker.
That's ridiculous, right? What, Cody?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know why they ever limit people, because it's their own company. They're only hurting themselves.
Okay, so Vince has this thing of like, if I didn't make you, fuck you.
I know, yeah, it's very true. That's something I've seen like my whole life. Anyone that went from WCW to WWE in particular, but also with ECW, would just not really become... They'd have to be destroyed and then rebuilt.
Look how long it took to Booker T.
So, Booker T is an interesting one, because he came into WWE as the WCW champion. And although they had him drop the title, I believe, to The Rock at SummerSlam that year, so he was in a prominent match. He then had the feud with Austin, but it was a long, long time before they actually gave him a world title, and they only gave him it once. Well, to be fair, I think he actually won... I think he lost the world title to The Rock, and then he might have won it from The Rock or won it from Kurt Angle. I think he did win one of his WCW world titles in WWE, to be fair. But they only gave him one WWE world title, and that was the World Heavyweight Championship.
But he didn't do much until he became king, basically.
Well, true, absolutely, yeah, absolutely, 100%. You know, they gave him that god awful Mania non-main event where they just made it about race, and it was just like the wrong thing with Triple H, and it just, you know, and then to have him lose, it's just like, what was the message of that storyline? And but like they did it with loads. So like Vader going into WWE.
Oh God, do you remember DDP?
Oh, DDP was perhaps the worst. They made him from like Diamond Dallas Page, the People's Champion, is
to a stalker.
To a stalker of the Undertaker's wife, when everyone knew Dallas Page was married to Kimberly, at the time at least.
Dallas Page as a person is the most positive person in the universe.
Yeah, and they had him as a stalker.
Incarnate.
And they ruined his music. And then, like, I remember eventually they made him, like, going for the European title or whatever whilst it was still about. And it was just like, this guy was WCW World Champion, and they destroyed him.
He had one good gimmick that they only used on C shows, like Jagged and Metal.
What was that gimmick? Positively Page?
Yeah.
Even then, it's just like, just having like, you know, positive.
That's not a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's not good thing. That's a great thing. I mean, that wasn't bad, but it's just like it was quite one-dimensional compared to what he was in WCW. And the weird thing is, even like the NWO, they destroyed it. And they destroyed it immediately, because instead of having it invade WWF to try to destroy it, Vince brought it in to kill his own creation. And then, like, it lasted 2 months before they were like, oh, Hogan's over.
I feel that's like a mutual destruction from both sides, though.
In what sense?
Vince used them wrong.
Yeah.
One. But Kevin Nash didn't want to do shit. And Scott Hall was on everything he could be on.
Do you know, I think there's some stuff there that's unfortunate. So, what I've heard, if I remember correctly, was something to do with Scott Hall said, look, I can't really be on the road. And immediately they pushed him on the road. And he wasn't in the mind space to be able to cope with that. That's why he was gone so quickly. Kevin Nash, if you remember, he didn't even have a match at that Mania. Because as soon as he did have a match, he got in the ring and blew his knee out, his quad out immediately.
Yeah.
So, well, you know, so what was the NWO then? They did put Booker T in it. They had X-Pac in it. They put Shawn Michaels
was the best part.
But Shawn Michaels was in it when he wasn't coming back to wrestle, and then it was Goldust was trying to join by sleeping with Booker T, if you remember all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then they put Big Show with it, and obviously Big Show does have history from WCW, but like so quickly it became like the Scott Norton, Virgil era of NWO from WCW.
I can't remember when it was someone in AEW. There's a faction in AEW where they have a new member every week. I don't know if it was the Don Callis family or someone.
Wasn't it the Dark Order?
I think so. Is it the Dark Order? Like
the Dark
like
Order was
one.
Brody Lee's stable.
Yeah.
But there was so many members of the Dark Order at various points. But also, yeah, but no, the Don Callis family, that has been a recent thing where people are joining it constantly.
Yeah. Like Rocky Romero and like all them, like...
Do you know, I've lost track with it. Like, one of my New Year's resolutions was to watch more AEW, and so far I'm not doing too good, if I'm honest.
Mine has been watch all the AEW pay-per-views.
Okay, I can definitely do that. 2025 was the first year where I missed any AEW pay-per-views, and that was mostly just because of like life stuff, meaning that by the time I could watch it, I'd heard all the results.
Luckily, unlike WWE, there's only like 6 AEW pay-per-views in a year, basically. 5 or 6 a year, so.
But haven't they ramped it up? So what is there? There's Full Gear, there's Double or Nothing, there's All In, there's All Out, there's Revolution, there's Wrestle Dream, Forbidden Door. That's 7. I think there might be one that we haven't mentioned, but maybe there isn't.
Just Stadium Stampede. Everyone thinks Stadium Stampede is one, but it's not.
No, that's just the match.
That's the TV special.
Do you know what will be interesting this year? Is if they do another... Are they doing All in London in 2026?
They're doing All in something, but I'm not sure what.
Okay. Because obviously they did Forbidden Door in the UK last year. But I think... Because I was at All in the year before. I think they announced...
Yes, they are doing All in London. I just checked.
They are doing All in London. Okay, well... I wonder... and I think it is going to be the last weekend of August.
Last year, we got Forbidden Door and they got All In. America got All In last year.
All in Texas, yeah, that's right. Okay, right. Dev, anything? Let's check to see if there's any breaking news. Otherwise, we can bring this one to a close. Lots of bits and pieces this week. I'm sure there was an interesting story that I've completely skipped over. We've said about AJ's potential retirement at the Rumble. We're next. The Rumble isn't until like the 30th or something, is it? Hardly anyone's been announced for the Rumble. It really doesn't feel like we're gearing up for the Royal Rumble.
I'm glad. You know why?
Why?
Because I for every year I've been tired of like knowing everyone who's in the Rumble.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just want like a random. Anyone can anyone can come out like feeling that we had before.
But one problem this year is like in the past when they would be like, oh, here's a photo. It's been spotted that CM Punk is in the same city as the Rumble this year. This year it's in Saudi. It's like if any photos come out of people at that airport, we know for a fact they're in the Rumble.
Yeah. Also, fun fact. I checked how much it was to go to Riyadh from London. It's direct flight's like £600.
600. Yeah, it could have been worse. To be fair, could have been worse.
Yeah. Mick Foley's lost a lot of weight. Apparently, I'm looking at the news now.
Okay.
He's lost a lot. Like he lost £100.
£100? Have you got a photo?
Hold on. Yeah. Let me put it up.
Mick Foley. Wow. Has he just turned into like an older version of Darby Allin? They're just gonna jump off of shit together.
I mean, like back in the day, if you remember him back in the day, he's like really skinny as well. And this is a fun fact. He was in the same wrestling team as Kevin James.
Is that the King of the Hill guy?
King of Queens.
Oh, King of Queens. King of the Hill is the cartoon. Yeah, King of Queens. Oh, I vaguely remember that.
And Mick Foley said Kevin was a better wrestler. but they got injured.
Oh wow. Yeah, so like who has been announced for the Royal Rumble? Like Cody has announced, Uso has announced.
Just to be in it, or like in the Rumble,
in the Rumble itself.
I'm not sure.
Like again, like I feel like I've not got a clue who's winning it currently this year.
Like I feel that both Evil and Royce Keys will be at the Rumble.
Okay, well, you think Evil is winning it?
Evil's not winning anything.
No. Right, okay, Dev, let's wrap this one up here. Let people know where they can find you on the socials.
You can find me on TikTok and Twitch on the name F3DAT. And my wrestling recommendation, actually, this week we're getting Saturday night's main event this week.
We're getting a Saturday night's main event this week?
In 2 days.
What's the big match for that?
Let me double check. Because, and there's a AAA show the same week as well. Like same day as well. Thanks, card. I'm trying to like pull it up.
So shows and
the 4-way match between like
yeah, of course it is.
And Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. Okay, so it's for undisputed WWE title #1 contenders fatal 4-way match. So Williams, Orton, Priest, and Zayn. Who's winning that? Because the fact that Sami Zayn's in that, and we say it could be heating him up. So if he loses this, he goes into the Rumble.
I'll say this: Roman wins the Rumble, but Zayn wins this, so he gets a title shot in his home country or whatever.
Yeah, it could be. Because they don't say when the... But isn't this... Who wins this goes on to the Royal Rumble?
Whoever wins this goes on to the Royal Rumble title match, apparently.
Yeah. So it could be if Drew dropped it... if Drew won it from Cody just as a transitional thing.
No, but traditionally, it's not a Rumble. Usually the throwaway matches, like Hardcore Holly got a title match for the Rumble.
I know, good for him. But traditionally that.
So I think Sami Zayn's gonna win here, lose to Drew, and then Drew's gonna lose to Roman at Mania, who wins the Rumble.
Okay, that could be good. Right, anyway, so my name is David Pstansky. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at David Pstansky, spelled Pustansky. And with that, make sure you smash the subscribe button on all the Slam Jam wrestling related channels. Until next time, stay safe, always stay extreme,